Hey all, and welcome back to the HellfireComms playthrough of Titanfall 2. We're actually very close to the end of the game now, and as I was just saying to Flame before we started recording, very short beginning, and then like the middle 3 to 4 chapters, kind of bloated, not in terms of like they're a chore to play through, but just like much bigger than the rest, and then it's just balls to the walls action for the rest of this, so let's get going with Trial by Fire.
Yeah, the Trial by Fire chapter is actually interesting compared to the previous one, because the previous one, if you remember, it was very much a lot of on-foot platforming. You got the running along the different elements of the disc, the thing they had going on. It was weird, but it was cool. This chapter is very much in the mech, shoot the shit out of everything in your sight. It kind of balances it out in that sense.
I remember dying a lot in this one because, yeah, when Flame says there's a lot of mech action, he ain't kidding. They tend to cluster up a lot, so I imagine Scorch will come in very handy here. Tone, as always. Maybe I'll break out the sword one, Ronin, I think it was called, should the need arise. We'll see how it goes.
See, I can't remember what each of them is called, but I do remember I got a lot of use out of the one that's got the salvo core and the one that you shoot the 3 things at it and then release the big weapon. That's the one that I know technical terminology and all that, but that's the one that works for me.
Agent Cooper, do you have the big weapon handy? Yes, I do, Sarah Briggs. She has a red mech. BT, can you like change your color palette? No, I use default for life.
No, you can't get like alternate skins for him, I'm sorry.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm okay.
Thank God for suspension. That's all I'm gonna say there.
Alright. Let's do some long range shit with Brute over here before I start going down. Those cannons will rip you apart.
Yes, this particular section here, it doesn't look too much to start with because you just see the one little square arena and you think, okay, I can do this, I can take out the cannons. Yeah, that's a bit misleading because not only are there them fuckers all at the back like whittling away at you and just giving you constant chip damage, you then get all of these lot coming towards you, and it's one of them things where you got to be careful not to accidentally let them surround you.
Yes.
And also don't get too confident because, like, yeah, you fought a lot of these individually before, but they have strength in numbers and they will fuck you up.
Very much so. Flame is right. I don't like to say it, but by gum, he's right this time.
I've got to get one in each playthrough, right? But yes, it is a game of patience, and it is one of the things that when I'm playing shooters a lot, I've played enough that I sort of recognise these sections coming, but it is so tempting just to run forward a bit more. You get a little bit cocky, and then it's like, you realise that was maybe not the smartest move ever.
No.
One recently that I remember having that problem with is that there's certain sections in Call of Duty 4, and I was playing through the remaster, where it's just like there's hordes and you get a safe spot that you can kind of either snipe from or you just get your AR and just take a few out, and you get an uncomfortably long safe period and you think, okay, I can go out now.
Yeah. And
then it's like, you look over to the right, oh no, I missed this guy and he fucking shot me.
Yeah, just don't be hasty, don't be hasty. Like me, on my first take of this, don't be hasty.
Yeah, it's like one of the things of when you have the experience that we do, where I think it's fair to say for both of us that it's not a genre we play that much. We tend to both have a lot of experience with like platformers and games where you go fast.
Yeah, definitely.
And so it's like we've got that extra level of self-discipline that we need it.
God, those ions are really tricky.
It's always reassuring whenever Skype does that thing where it lags for a few frames and then I just see a whole frame of orange. It's like, that's fire, but was it good fire or bad fire?
How could there be such a thing as, like, good fire, Flame?
If it's hurting the other guy, not us.
Yeah, true.
That's kind of the objective here.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, they are a little bit stingy with health in this as well, which just makes it even more of an endurance. You gotta just get lucky and hope the enemies drop it.
Don't go inside there until everything is done, trust me on this.
Yeah, because the thing that's worse than having them surrounding you in a box arena is having them surround you in the tight corridor that's just around the corner from here. I can't remember what VTOL hover is, but it sounds cool.
Well, as long as it gives me maneuverability, fuck! That's what I want.
Maneuverability away from the bullets rather than into them.
Yeah, that would be nice. Flight core!
This also sounds sick, so do that.
Oh, man, Brute is worth its weight in gold right now.
Usually anything that gives you that widespread damage tends to help here, and so when you got the explosions going on, that's kind of what you got.
Okay, we good? We move forward now?
I think that was a checkpoint, so you're probably good.
Nice.
That is just one of the things that you feel so relieved when you see the checkpoint icon pop up after a difficult section like that. I've just been I was playing Halo Reach a little while back, and there was, like, that game for the most part is pretty cool, but it does have this issue of a lot of the weapons have been nerfed from previous games, and so you feel that bit more vulnerable than you do in, like, say, Combat Evolved up to 3 or 4 or whatever. Right. So when you get the holds that are usually like, you know, just get the Halo 1 pistol and just knock everything out, in Reach it's very much a case of, like, I've got to be careful, I've got to stand back with my DMR and just hope for the best. And so you, like, when you see that little checkpoint text just pop up, that little text in the corner, that makes you a believer, even if you're not.
Bless, Flame, bless. I appreciate you fielding commentary while I feel my massive anxiety attack over loads of robots in very tight corners.
I have played this before and I have attempted to record this before. I know how this works.
Where you at?
I don't think the hover's going to be quite as useful inside, unfortunately.
It's fine. Damn. I feel real sorry for, like, the regular soldiers who get blown up by this shit.
Yeah, that is just, like, come on, that's not fair when you've got a mech and they have... Oh, come on, I know you want your catharsis kills after that last section, but be reasonable here.
I punched the fucker into blood, oh my god.
You're going to give him the big steppy any minute now, god damn.
That was Sarah as well, like, she thought it was a good idea to just jump in front of me.
We've got to get to that shit before it takes off.
It's the phrase team killing fucktard on it, that's the one.
That's the one, mate, that is the one. Alright, scorch it up.
God, I love Hologram vs. Blue, that was great.
I don't think I watched much of that. I think I was more of an RB and the Chief sort of guy.
Yeah, see, I never really got into RB and the Chief. Like, I kind of get what they were going for, like with the cutaways to the little figurines and stuff. But like for me, I was watching that at the time when I was a teenager, and the crude humour was very much my thing.
Yeah.
It's the kind of humour that I don't think anyone would get away with these days in certain areas. But just as a period piece in internet history, early Red vs. Blue is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Even if by today's standards you do need to look past the fact that the audio's not the greatest.
Not particularly.
They managed to salvage the visual quality because they've actually remastered a lot of them using the remakes of Halo. And they managed to sync that back up, but the audio, it's kind of hard to salvage that when everything was recorded mid-2000s with headsets.
Flame is just really talking about whatever he wants to at this point, and I'm just going pew pew pa bang bang.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, am I supposed to do blow by blow like Tommy's getting shot again? Look at this other guy shooting Tom.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still.
Get ready, pilot. Going up.
This part's not so bad coming up, because it's kind of like, how do I describe this? It's basic third-person shooter gameplay with, like, cover and whatnot, but you're giant.
It's actually, yeah, it's like a fucking oversized cover shooter.
Now let's finish finish this thing and get home.
I see shiny.
North Star, is it? Let's have a look here. What we got? Plasma Railgun. Cluster Missile. You got your Hover, you got your Flight Core, and you got your Tether Trap, which I'll be sure to never use.
Of course. Now that Legion one, I forget, is that one that's easily missable? Because I seem to recall when I played this, I managed to miss a weapon or two.
I think that might be an endgame thing, mate, so I won't worry about it too much for now.
It might be, yeah. I just know it's one of the things that when I am toward the end of a game and I open a menu and there's still stuff to unlock, I just kind of think, oh fuck. And I'm saying that having reached quite near the end of the FF7 remake now, and I'm still using the sword that I got in like chapter 3.
Nice.
And I thought, this is working for me, so I don't need to go out of my way to look for anything else. And then I've also go and look at Let's Plays where the guy playing is like a few chapters before where I am, and he's got this really cool shape thing. I'm like, oh, how do I not get that? Oh.
What do you like? Yes, that's right, cluster all together. That's what I like.
Cluster all together to get shot, not to shoot at me.
Yeah. That's wrong, it's cruel. Wow.
Yeah, only I may win.
Yes. Stay perfectly still. Only my rockets. Whoa, look at this gangster trap they got going on here.
Yeah, that'd be cool if it didn't all blow up in one shot.
Yeah, it would.
For a war that is being fought with giant fucking mechs, they don't seem to have prepared enough traps that have giant fucking mechs in mind.
No, not really. Like, guys, come on, there's a hole with like twigs and sticks over it. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you should wait until you see their comm system is cups on a string.
Jesus Christ. You have no idea how many cops this base goes through on a daily basis.
It's fine, our old setup use Skype.
Come on. It's okay, I have a big box to hide behind.
I get to appreciate the cool mountains in the background, but you can't, for practical reasons. Like, we did talk about the environments and whatnot a bit in an earlier part, but it is just showing to me that I feel a lot of shooters, particularly like the AAA shooters, military shooters and whatnot, do kind of get, I wouldn't say underrated because they're obviously hugely selling games, but I mean in terms of like what we appreciate from just looking at this game, for example, like you got the mountainous region that looks fucking great, but we also had a base that looked about as good as a base can. We've had we had the cool stuff earlier on, you know, with all the water effects and that. Like they've done a really good job of making cool looking visuals that don't get appreciated, which is a really weird thing to say, but it's making a cohesive world. You kind of don't get the credit for that, if that makes sense.
I just took a face full of missiles, mate. I'm listening to you, but I'm not listening to you, if you catch my drift.
That's right, I'll just spout some random bollocks now and you won't know what the hell I'm saying.
Oh, the flame white noise actually helps a lot, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it doesn't for me, because I know I'm spouting bollocks.
We all good? Yeah.
Do you need to ask we all good when there's two choices and one of them involves dying?
Yeah, true.
Am I still breathing? Yes. Cool, we're good to go.
I'm glad I always pass that test, you know?
I do a very good job of breathing. A bit too close to the mic sometimes, but I can do it.
Well, that's what I'm here for, mate.
Which means it's okay for me to make your job harder.
Job. Massive quotation marks.
To be fair, you're doing the part that's actually time consuming. I just sit here and ramble.
I think I hit maybe 50% of my shots there.
You managed to get a bit of damage off that tone one that's in the background, so that's something at least.
Yeah.
Might not have been the one you were aiming for, but it worked.
Easy does it, Tom. Steady now.
Don't get too confident and you'll be good.
Yeah, especially in this one. This is the stage which is like, okay, you need to calm the fuck down because you will die.
Yeah, but like again, that's like I was saying, it's kind of the foil to the previous one. It's like the previous chapter was just testing your platforming skills, whereas this one is testing your reflexes. So like you do have to master everything. It can't be one of them like just hit, like charge through and hope for the best deals.
Where you going? Silly goose. Oh, Ronin. Not doing much with that sword, I see.
Trying to use a sword when we all have guns, you know, like there's a reason they say don't bring enough to a gunfight. This is exactly it.
Whoa. That motherfucker jumped right in front of Sarah.
Look at all this blue.
Hate these motherfuckers. Oh, I'll get you.
Will you though?
It's already done, mate. Signed, sealed, delivered, it's his. Okay, I should go with a Scorch on this one, I think. Luckily, Sarah is fireproof, so...
That would be bullshit hard to play if you could accidentally team kill in sections like this. There's one thing that I do appreciate leaning away from realism, because like some shooters do have a team kill thing, and Call of Duty is one of the worst for it because they have the whole like guilt trip screen when you accidentally shoot someone. It all blurs out and comes up with friendly fire won't be tolerated, and you feel fucking awful when you do that, even if it's by complete accident.
Well, you know, don't get in my way then. Like, what do you expect me to do? Not fire? We're in a fucking war, man.
Yeah, but it's like you meant to shoot at the other guy.
We good? We move forward?
We have health, that's good.
All militia forces, move in on the
How awkward would that be if the ceiling there was just a little bit too low? Just walk through and BT bumps his head on it.
Enemy Titan stock. Oh no.
God, now I just got the mental image of just BT standing looking sad behind one of them little things they have on the roads to stop lorries going through.
Bless. Okay, this is it. This is the end of the level.
Got a few more to take out.
We fire Scorch. Not very good at using Scorch, as you can probably tell, but even I recognise the awesome power of fire.
Fire works as long as you don't get close to it yourself. General life lesson.
Keep your nerve, stay calm, Tom. They'll come from all around you, back up a little bit.
Don't get too nervous, ignore the guys surrounding you.
Yeah, fuck off. You didn't hit a single thing. Good on you.
No, they did a good job at hitting that box.
It's a good box, to be fair.
It was before it had bullet holes in it.
Well, they got a Scorch as well.
That's not fair, I wasn't told about that.
Dip and weave, duck and dodge.
Yeah, they're the kind of skills that you'll want to master for the next chapter, so keep that in mind.
Sorry, you ran in front of me and I panicked.
You know, in real life, people get excommunicated and put away for being traitors for that.
Yeah, well, this is Mecha future. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, like ever since the creation of robots, society just accepted that team killing's cool now.
Sorry, I'm the best brute user there is.
We have guns, but let's settle it in hand-to-hand combat, just cause.
Why not? Yeah, I'll go around it.
Can they use your shield?
No.
We need to
Attack
get that
always
ship.
is more satisfying than defense, to be fair.
Don't let them get away. Get to that ramp.
Come here, you piece of shit. No! The giant ball thingy, whose purpose I have forgotten. Oh, it's time travel. Yeah.
I'll let Viper take it from here. See you soon.
I thought it was just like, you know, piece to look cool, but nah, it's got time travel too.
Oh, balls. Level fail.
Get to a ship. We're going after him.
Well, that was the level.